Today, I have a very young student. His name is Zahir Zamaluddin. He's 15 years old and he now attends the Al-Ghazali Islamic Academy. He will be doing a very beautiful poetry for us. So I urge you to sit back, relax and enjoy this beautiful poetry by Brother Zahir Zamaluddin.
What are we doing here and where are we gonna go? It's like we just woke up one morning and then it's welcome to the show. Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can. Try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes. And don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, just turn towards the alcohol. You still hear thoughts, then just turn up the radio as you learn to live a life of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to the cycle than growing and getting old, living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is going to own? I just really need to know before the casket's closed. 'Cause I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here and what is our purpose? How do we get here and who made us so perfect? And what happens once we go, or is this world are really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't have to. There's no purpose to this life and our existence is merely natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself or was it someone else who had fashioned you? 'Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence and I'm merely being rational. For there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, they wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs, yet we still deny, as science tries to justify that all of this could come from none, when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly give you 1. So from where did all this order come? As everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in He who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything, along with your every soul, the ever living, the master, the only one who is in control. Unlike his creation, beyond our imagination, and no, he is not a man, nor has he any partners in association. He's on his own. And no, he did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, he left us with an instruction manual. The Quran and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only. It's logical. A book with 0 contradictions and miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago. From the detailed description of the human embryo, to the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below, to the 2 seas that don't mix in a completely separate flow, to the planets in their orbit, alternating night and day as they stay in flow, to the expansion of the universe and the creation of everything from H to O, from the stories of the past and the preservation of Pharaoh, to identify the lowest point in the land where Persia defeated Rome, and the gushing fluid that created man, and the glands between the ribs and the backbone, and not a word has changed, it's still the same. So please explain how all of this was known over 1400 years ago, to a man who couldn't read nor write, as he would recite whatever the angels spoke. And you still don't believe, so please try to come up with something close. But you can't. So we took God as a mockery and his messages as a joke. Dismissed the scriptures as legends and tales of the ancient folk, as we live according to our whims, desires, and hopes, saying that this life is the only home we will ever know, that we will live, then die, and simply turn to bone. Low, correction. When the grass dies, the rain arrives and it regrows, and Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from your fingertips to your toes. As the ever-living, all-seeing, supreme being watches us so close, as we are surely being tested in our wealth, our health, and everything we've been blessed with. So believe, for you will surely be resurrected and be brought back to your Lord to account for every single deed, as He hands us our books and orders us to read. From the bad to the good and everything in between, you yourself were sufficient for your own accountability. So don't be mad at me. You were the one who thought He wouldn't come back to me. I gave you a whole life long to search after me, but you were involved in that which was temporary. Read. And glad tidings to all those who believe, but those who disbelieve, read. And don't let that day be the first day you find out what your life really means. Read.